Alright, today on Random Acts of Carving, we're going to start on a little bit bigger carving than I normally do. So I'm going to use a little bit bigger tools to start out, and I clamped it into a big vise here, so I'll give you a shot of it here real quick. Kind of get an idea how big it is. It's probably about 2.5 feet long, something like that. But anyways, we're going to try to carve an eagle on there. Hopefully it turns out good. Alright, and we're carving. We got a nice piece of driftwood here, and tried carving it a little bit with a grinder, with a I don't know what kind of bit it was, or grinding wheel was on it. It was made for like scooping out wood for like a chair thing. Thought it might work good for taking some of this off, but this piece of wood was a little bit hard for it, so got out my little battery chainsaw here, and we're just going to use that to remove the big pieces of wood around our carving. Just kind of following some pencil lines that I put on there, drawing around it a little bit, and getting an idea where everything's going. Not going too deep, other than just around his head and his beak there. I cut in a little deeper because that's going to be pretty deep there. This piece of wood's about 3.5 inches thick, maybe 4 inches thick in the middle. So I have a little bit of wood I can remove. Here I almost could have been making Sam the camel instead of an eagle, but decided to go with the eagle. I really didn't see the camel reference there until I was watching the video. From that angle, it kind of looked a little bit like a camel head. Once I got it kind of roughed out, I switched over to my Fordham and just started rounding stuff off and putting the rest of my lines in, figuring out where the beak was going to go. Still had a lot of wood to remove on the inside of his mouth there, but wanted to make sure I left enough to get what I needed out of it. Fordham is just has a big burr on it. It's a 1/4 inch drive. I think it's a 3/4 inch barrel burr. Might be 5/8 or 3/4. But it works pretty good. This like I said, this piece of wood was pretty solid, so it had some really hard spots in it. So I was just trying to remove the wood that I needed removed fast. Had a loose chunk of wood there on his beak. I just dug that out and popped it out of there. Fun working on a nice big piece of driftwood like this. Fordham was fast, but it wasn't as fast as a chainsaw for taking off bigger pieces. So needed to get down into that beak a couple of inches, and this was the fastest way to do it. I switched over to the Dremel, and this was the same burrs that I use on a lot of the other carvings. Flame burrs, barrel burrs. There's that one wheel that I use. You'll see here in a few minutes to put some feathers in, and yeah, just same tools use on small carvings. Just takes a little longer. If I would have had a chainsaw with a little dime tip and a short bar, I could have got in there and got a lot more of this. But that long bar, I didn't want to take too many big chunks out too fast. There's the wheel, just grinding away, adding some feathers. Going to go back several times over these with different things, but this was just kind of getting a direction or way things wanted things to go, and kind of seeing how they were going to look there. We got a bunch of stars to cut out. Little finger sander worked real well on the beak, shining it up there. Probably should have picked this table up about 6 or 8 inches. I was leaning over this table for 4 hours or so, and back was a little stiff after that, but it was worth it. It was a great carving. So putting the shadow lines and the stripes of the flag here, just carving down in there about 3/8 to half an inch, something like that, in a lot of places. Finger sander to the rescue again, just taking some of the chainsaw marks out of it. Didn't want it to look like it was cut out of there with a chainsaw. I wanted it to look like it just was coming out of the wood there on its own. Made it down to as far as the micro motor here, and just taking a little bit of diamond bit there and putting some finer detail in the feathers and cleaning up some corners around the stars and some of the shadow lines around his mouth there. I had asked some people if they wanted, if they thought it looked better painted or just left the way it was, and it was kind of unanimous to put some paint on it and antique it. So that's what we decided to do. I'm just using acrylic paints. This is going to be hung inside carving, so not worried about the sun fading it or anything where it's going to go. And actually antiquing it a little bit, so it's going to be kind of old and faded when it's done anyways. I think I had almost as much time in painting it as I did carving it. Starting to look pretty neat there when I started getting a little bit of color on it. I'm mixing that true blue and black together to get this midnight blue or navy blue color. Also leaving it a little bluer in spots and a little darker in spots just to give it some contrast. That was a oops. Mix a little bit of water in with the white there and let it get down into all those feathers. Not trying to do anything fancy yet, just trying to get the main colors on there. Yeah, it's starting to look like something now. Put a little bit of blue background on those white stars. And, just going over it with a black wash. Actually, this here is actually just the black mixed with the same red that I used on the red part of the flag, and made kind of a burgundy. Here's the black wash here. I just mixed a lot of water with black paint and just kind of went over everything with it. Finally getting to paint that eye. This thing was a lot of fun to carve, and it was a lot of fun to paint. Hope y'all were still watching the video and get to see this thing when it's done. I did took some sandpaper and went around the outside edge of that paint and just kind of blended all those edges all into the wood. And then I think after this video was done, I actually carved or coated it with a helmsman spar varnish, and then sanded some of the red, sanded some of the white a little bit, just to make it look a little more faded and give it that old antique look. But yep, this was a fun one to do, so I'm just gonna finish it up here. Alright, well, I feel like Mr. Wilson here looking over the fence, but anyways, got this carving done, and carved America. So if you like this one, then give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments. It's a little bigger than I normally do, but turned out pretty sweet. I had this big slab of wood and I wanted to put something cool on it, so here it is. So hope you enjoyed the video, and see you next week. Thanks.